You're listening to Plants and Politics with Gina Bonanno-Lemos. If you're ready to hear the truth about both sides of the aisle, what's really going on in America, and how big money interests prevent change to keep you sick, broke, and desperate, then play on. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Plants and Politics. This is Gina. So it's a follow-up Friday. I'm following up on a couple of stories that I mentioned and recorded for the podcast. I'm going to separate them out this time, though, so it doesn't run too long. You can just listen to one or the other. You don't have to skip ahead if you're not interested in one of the stories. So first one that I'm going to follow up on is Trump's financial record. So as many of you probably recall, earlier this month, the Supreme Court had ruled 7-2 that Trump doesn't hold blanket immunity from investigations while he's in office. So they essentially gave the green light for Trump's financial records to be turned over to the Manhattan DA's office, who's investigating Trump. And this is in connection with the crimes he allegedly committed along with Michael Cohen, crimes for which Michael Cohen was in prison for. So pretty obvious. But the Manhattan DA has been trying to obtain 8 years of Trump's business and personal tax records and other documents. And he's been fighting them the whole time. He did take it all the way to the Supreme Court. They did rule against him, essentially. And this also involved Trump's alleged crimes in regard to the hush money payments that Michael Cohen said he made on behalf of Donald Trump to Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal. This was just prior to the 2016 election. So both Daniels and McDougal claim that they had affairs with Trump and that they were paid to keep quiet so that they wouldn't harm his chances of election. What has happened since the Supreme Court ruling is that both sides agreed to a July 27th deadline for any appeal, because essentially the Supreme Court's ruling just kicked the matter back to the lower courts. So as expected, Trump's attorney filed a new challenge this Monday, July 27th, stating in part that the Manhattan DA's subpoena is, quote, an overreaching demand designed to pick apart the president. Here's the deal, though. Even if the DA's office wins this battle, it's unlikely that we'll get to see or hear any information about what's contained in Trump's financial records, because this is going to go to a grand jury. And so the DA, in impaneling that grand jury, they meet in secret. They meet, or not in secret, but they meet in private. Nothing is done in the public. No reporters can be in the courtroom when all of this goes down. And so everything is kept secret. Everything's kept under lock. So we wouldn't know anything until after a grand jury has already reviewed everything, and only if there are charges brought against him or somebody else. So it could be a while. So we'll just keep looking out for this. But, more than likely, with it being an election year, they're going to string this out. They're probably not going to want to be seen as having a hand in tipping the scales one way or the other, or making it a political matter. So I wouldn't imagine that really much of anything is going to happen until after November. But if I do hear anything, I will let you know. All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening or watching. And as always, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Thanks for listening to Plants and Politics. The only way we can take our country and power back is to spread the truth and build an army. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks again.